Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 31st of January 2025. So gold hits record high, bond stocks and Bitcoin also bid, but Trump trounces the Canadian loonie. Powell sparks a buy all things day as well. So the markets continue to move higher. Gold in particular is a vacuum above 27.90. Got gold to call spread, so this is an option trade that they're talking about there. Something extraordinary is taking place in the gold vaults below Manhattan. The last time we saw this, the entire world was on the verge of collapse. And to stocks bid, but off highs after Trump announces 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. And then also finally we've got US stocks gained but finished off their best levels with late pressure from Trump's tariff remarks. US President Trump said that he will put a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico because of fentanyl, while he added that China is going to end up paying a tariff as well. So let's just have a look for what economic news items we've got today before we get into the meat of it all. And we can see we've got German prelim, core PCE price index, that's inflationary as well, and employment cost index and Chicago PMI. Right, let's have a look at the markets and see what reaction they've made following Trump's announcement yesterday, and also look at the gold market in a bit more detail as well. Okay, that's it. Let's get started and have a look at the Dow. So the Dow hasn't quite got to the all-time high yet of 45,077, but today's the day. It's Friday. The market likes to finish on a high on a Friday if it can. Market's moved nicely, nothing to stop it really. Now he's got the tariffs out of the way and the market's still holding overnight, as you can see there. That's the tariff announcement. Big swing that, isn't it? 100, 200, 300, nearly 350 points there for the market to bounce back. So yeah, the market down yesterday afternoon, down to the 200 MA as the previous day, and then back up to Wednesday's high there. So the market's set to move to the all-time high for the Dow, just to join the rest of the group there as well. Meanwhile, in the DAX, we have another all-time high. So let's just mark that one up for today. And you can see we're getting closer to that 22,000. We'll get there. Won't be a problem. The lunatics have taken over the asylum as far as the markets are concerned, or AI has. Something has, because the markets just continue to move higher. A lot of volume as well over the last few days as the markets ground higher. So certainly some participation there. And in the 30-minute chart, yesterday the markets were up. They pulled back and then they went up. And then again, you can see the market's reaction to Trump's tariff. Now, this could also play into the markets today as well. I talk about the Dow making new all-time highs. It probably will, but it depends how the market perceives and interprets what Trump announced yesterday. And he hasn't finished yet with the tariffs either. So market is down slightly overnight. It is only, what is it at the moment, 3 a.m. Woke up, thought I might as well record. So at the moment we've got the German DAX in a sideways move. S&P still not quite at its all-time high, but approaching the 89% retracement there. The market's done to recover well from the beginning of the week when we saw a collapse in tech, due to the Chinese announcing the DeepSeek AI, plus a few others during the week. So the 30-minute chart, again, you can see the announcement of the tariffs, and the market yesterday afternoon as well, then recovering and moving high. You see it's already been discounted, hasn't it, the move in the S&P to the upside. Market's absorbed it. UK, Reeves puts out the most appalling budget in October. Absolutely diabolical proposal for growth, and the market goes up. So again, work out what you want. I mean, it's just insane. There's a complete disconnect to the whole of the fundamentals with the charts and what you're seeing there. This is just tech rallies. And again, I wouldn't be surprised now if AI hasn't taken over and doing its thing. But I mean, just look at this for yesterday. Barely negligible for there as well. We've got an absolute shambles of a prime minister, to put it politely. I was going to use some extravagant language then, but I won't. And you can see there, you can't make it up. You just simply can't make it up. Let's have a look at the dollar. So the dollar is starting to show some strength to move back to the upside there as well. Let's have a look at the metals. A lot of talk about gold at all-time high. So let's start off with, let's get silver out of the way first, and then we'll have a look at gold. So silver was allowed to move up yesterday, and yesterday is the only chance it's going to get for the remainder of the week and next week, because it's going to be slammed back down to the 200 MA. How do I know that? Well, let me just show you this. If we go to the 30-minute chart, it's 3 a.m. and the market's been slammed. Why? Why is it being slammed at 3 a.m? Well, that's because it's quiet, and it allows traders in the Far East to, like JP Morgan's desk and all that sort of thing, to come in and slam the price lower. And it just retraced exactly what it had put on yesterday. So no surprise there. This is classic. You see this all the time in the silver market, giving back its gains. In fact, let's just have a look, see how much it's given back. 78% of its move from yesterday. That's manipulation for you. How do I know it's manipulation? Well, it's only been dragged up because of gold making a new all-time high, which you can see there yesterday, and continues to move higher, and yet silver isn't allowed to. Now, gold's moved higher, as I've mentioned a few times in the market alerts, over fears of what Trump might do. But apparently the fear is that he could end up putting a tariff on gold. So gold has been making its way from the UK to the US over the last few weeks, and the demand has been so great. In fact, now there is an 8-week delivery window for gold. So it's going to be interesting. That's why I said earlier, Trump hasn't finished yet with his tariffs. So we'll have to wait and see if there is going to be a tariff on gold. He's a big crypto fan. He's not a gold fan. So don't be surprised if he tries and does that, or he does do that, because, like I say, crypto is his favourite, not gold. It's a bit too much of a dinosaur. But if anybody that's got any sense would have gold in their portfolio, because the value has increased significantly over the years. It's actually outperformed the stock markets as well. So that's the issue at the moment. There is a great video around. Let me just get it for you. Yeah, if you want to see what's going on, then have a look at this video that was uploaded onto YouTube by Goldcore. That gives you all of the information of what's going on between London and New York. So I'll leave a link in the description there for you as well. Right, let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And you can see this was down yesterday as silver was allowed to move up. But as I say, it's already been slammed, so it's now making its way back up to 92. It's just breathtaking manipulation of the price. And the thing is, as I've said earlier, the silver price has only been dragged up because of what's going on in gold. Once that's sorted, then and gold has a pullback, silver will be absolutely monkey hammered. So again, not a lot we can do about it, I'm afraid. It's what Trump is doing with the metals is going to be interesting. Obviously, the price suppression of silver is good for his mate Elon Musk and his electric cars as well. And it just obviously, the longer this goes on, the more it just will be worse when the lid comes off the price of silver, when the manipulation stops, which could be another 4 years at this rate. So there we go. Let's have a look at yesterday's trades. So in the pre-market session, very choppy. It already set a tone and a precedent early on at 6 a.m. The market then sideways, then breaking to the upside, then sold off down to the 50 EMA, but then things reversed and prices then started to move back up, causing a potential loss there. Market through the high, because that's what they want to do, keep moving the market through the highs. It's certainly going to be interesting in the next few weeks as the honeymoon period ends for Trump, that's for sure. And the reality of the tariffs and everything else starts to sink in. But the market yesterday range bound, very quiet, as you can see there, and then into the afternoon session with the US moving higher, so the DAX following, staying above the high and then moving lower. We had a quick trade down there off the news. You can see the green inside of the red bar there, bringing the market back. Very choppy, as the headlines stated there. Managing to break up a bit more there with the Dow, and then of course off into the evening, and then no problem because Trump hasn't announced his tariffs in the early evening. The Dow's moved back up and the DAX has followed there. And then of course as we get into the overnight, which we'll look at now, the tariffs obviously being announced, and prices then moving down. That was obviously in the earlier part of the evening. This is when the market kicked in just after midnight there. It gapped higher, it's filled the gap, which you can see there. And these are the tariff announcements. So the DAX there falling down, but not a problem because now we're heading back to all-time highs once more. Let's just squeeze the chart down and have a look, see how far off we're at the high, because it's the only thing that matters is breaking the previous day's high. It's 100 points away as I record. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a look at the gold core video if you get a chance. It's only a few minutes. I think it's about 4 or 6 minutes, shorter than mine anyway, but well worth looking at, because you'll see exactly what's going on there with the Bank of England sending gold over to the US in millions and millions of ounces. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great weekend, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.